Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. Man, how are we finding time to squeeze a podcast into this busy weekend? I'm Kelly Raspberry Evans. This is my co-host, Allen.
Hello, Alan. Hey, Train. In the house.
His last name is Evans because we're married. We have had a crazy weekend, but of course, we stop down whatever we're doing because it's podcast time.
Whatever we're doing.
No matter what we're doing.
Oh, yes.
And you know what? I just fed my husband a pot roast that I had cooked in a crock pot all day long. My very first attempt at a pot roast in a crock pot. And I want the review from you, honey.
5 stars.
Really?
I give it 5 stars.
Are you serious?
It's one of those things that's very
very hard to mess up.
No, I wasn't going to say that.
Okay.
Very comforting on a chilly fall day. Actually, it wasn't too chilly today, but it's nice to have in the fall. You know,
it would have been better like yesterday or the day before when it was a little colder.
Pot roast. Of course, I feel like a big Burmese python that just ate an antelope right now.
Well, I had the meat in the freezer, and a couple days ago when it was so cold, I thought, okay, it's pot roast weather. So I took it out to thaw out in the refrigerator for a couple days, and of course, by the time it's time to cook it, it's not cold anymore. But I followed a
very good.
A very simple recipe. I'm so proud of me. Yay, me.
Yeah, you should be proud.
Thank you.
You did a good one.
Everyone has been so nice to send me different crock pot recipes, and I'm just going to start checking them off.
Oh, is that one of the ones that...
No, that's not one of those. But that was one that I just, I was in a hurry, and I had the meat, and I like Googled easy crock pot recipe.
Because I know A Sandwich and Some Lovin' Nation sent in a bunch of recipes, crock pot recipes.
Yes, a lot of them for pulled pork, which is easy to do, and I've done that a lot for you and the boys. So I just wanted to do a crock pot recipe with the roast beef. So anyway, that's what I did tonight. But I have a ton to go through, and I'm very excited about. I think last podcast I talked about the corn dog casserole recipe that I'm destroying forever and will never try again. But the easy crock pot beef stew, what was it? What did I make?
I don't know. It was like a beef stew.
It's beef stew. That's what I'm going to do again. I don't even know what you call it.
Yeah, I've said this before. I'm not a big casserole fan. Like when you put a bunch of ingredients in a Pyrex dish and bake it.
I am. I love casseroles. They're so comforting.
It's a big Southern thing. It
is.
Yeah, that and ambrosia.
I did find this recipe called for thyme. Thyme, thyme.
Yeah.
I did find a container of thyme. I think it's left over from before we were married.
Yeah. Still good.
It expired in 2015.
No, still good.
But I used it.
And I have had no ill effects
so far. So we're excited about that. But it has been a very busy weekend at Evans Manor. And we're going to go, it is Evans Manor, right? Not Evans Estate. Yes, Evans Manor. We're going to go through the highs and the lows. It's been an up and down, but mostly highs. I'd say mostly highs this weekend.
Had a lot of fun this weekend.
A lot of fun.
We'll talk about it, but watching the boys play baseball, there was a lot of that. So we'll get into some of that.
Yeah, we're going to get into some of that. But we are mature adults, and we like to take care of our business, right? As a responsible adult, you've got to take care of certain things for your family. You got to have all your ducks in a row.
You do.
Because you never know. We don't like to talk about what might happen, but you got to be prepared. And, right now it's the season to elect benefits through your workplace. And most people know that open enrollment is a big decision time for healthcare coverage, but it's also the perfect time to reassess your life insurance needs. Now, to properly provide for your family, I don't know if you know this, but most people need 10 times the life insurance coverage than they can get through their jobs. I mean, jobs offer you just a little bit basically to hopefully cover funeral costs, right?
Usually offer you your salary. It's a year's salary.
If that, honey.
Yeah.
Not everybody even offers that. It might be just a few $1,000s, but funerals are way expensive too. But that means that your employer life insurance is leaving you most likely way underinsured.
Yeah.
And that's where Policy Genius can help.
Policy Genius,
the easy way to shop for life insurance. It's not tied to your job. And in just minutes, you can compare quotes from top insurance and you'll find your best price. And once you apply, the Policy Genius team is going to handle all the paperwork, all the red tape. You don't have to worry about any of that. The life insurance you buy through Policy Genius stays with you even if you leave your job, because this is not tied to your work. This is something completely separate. And Policy Genius doesn't just make it easy to get life insurance. They can also help you find the right home and auto insurance too. Disability insurance if you need that.
So when you're looking at your workplace benefits this month, make sure to double check your life insurance options. Then go to policygenius.com to get quotes and apply in minutes. Policy Genius, the easy way to compare and buy life insurance.
Got to do it. We're having our big policy meeting at my office on Wednesday.
Insurance?
Wednesday. Yeah, it's the open enrollment for our benefits plan.
That's important.
Got to decide on the dental and the eye care and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The life insurance, we're covered. Thank you, Policy Genius.
Stuff everybody has to think about.
It is. Hey, okay, so our weekend it's been, sometimes how weekends like drag on forever. It's like, wow, the weekend will never end. And then some weekends it's like click, blink of an eye, over. How would you describe this weekend? A combination.
Yeah, we had a little downtime because we didn't have the children this weekend, so we had some downtime. But yeah, it was busy because we Friday night we went and partied over at some friend's house.
Would you call it partying?
Well, it was more eating than partying.
Yeah, my girlfriend Amy and her husband Russ, they invited us over and another couple, Susan and Craig, and it's like the six of us like to do a lot of things together. It's a fun little group, and it's been way too long since just the six of us did anything. And Susan has been on a new weight loss. She does her own thing. She doesn't, subscribe to any professional programs or anything. But she has one cheat meal a week. And when she
put the capital C in cheat, then
when she's ready to cheat, she going hog wild all over.
Why do you got to say that?
That's what she's called, going hog wild.
Why does it have to be hog wild?
Oh, come on, don't start with that. But she decided to make beer batter and just deep fry everything. Except she was deep frying like vegetables and pickles. So it wasn't really horrible things. But the fact that it was coated in 6 inches of beer batter and deep fried is what made it so.
You know those like tempura type the wontons when they get
exactly.
It was like this little tiny piece of pickle in the middle.
Yes.
And then 3 inches of batter around it.
That's exactly
and then
what
you
it
bite
was.
into it and a little grease kind of goes down your chin.
Oh, so good.
Oh.
See, that's heaven to me.
Not this guy. I was feeling green after a little bit of that. I'm not used to eating all that fried stuff.
You got to build up your constitution. So anyway, Susan way overdid it on that. Now, Amy was having her daughter's volleyball team. There was a scheduling something or other happened. They weren't supposed to be there, but now the volleyball team was there. And they all stayed upstairs the whole time except when it was time to eat. So Amy asked me to stop by Chick-fil-A and pick up a platter of chicken nuggets that she had ordered. Okay, everybody, this was like $100 worth of chicken nuggets.
How many nuggets were on that thing?
I don't know. Well, I mean, it was so many. I've never seen that many chicken nuggets.
Listener, imagine like a trash can lid sized plastic platter. I mean, huge. And it was piled, 3-4 inches deep?
I've never seen that many
with chicken nuggets.
So the girls all come down from the volleyball team, and Amy is so paranoid about running out of chicken nuggets. She tells them all they can only have 3 each. And we all shamed her into allowing them to have 6 each. And there were still how many chicken nuggets left over?
Well, then all the girls eat their fill, whatever they wanted, and then the adults are looking over at the platter, and there was enough for 38 nuggets apiece for the adults.
I know, it was crazy.
It's like, Amy, why are you saving that many?
She admits she's not good at math. She couldn't do the math.
Yeah.
So she went from 3 nuggets to we begged her to let them have 6. But anyway, there was nuggets for days. And I, of course, made my mama's macaroni and cheese. Took some pictures of it because Alan said, for the blog, we're going to post it. We need to have some pictures. So I took some pictures. So we are going to post my mama's macaroni and cheese.
This is about the 3rd week in a row you've said that, and it still hasn't happened.
It's going to happen. I promise, because Thanksgiving is about 2 weeks away, and people need this recipe. Mm-hmm. It's super easy and super good, and it's going to be posted, I promise. So we did all that, but this is what was scary. This was the low point of the weekend, which we did not realize until the next day. Amy is dog sitting her parents' basset hound, and
Rufus.
she has 2 dogs of her own. And Tyson got out, and
he's probably like a pit bull lab mix or something like that.
Is he pit bull? I don't
That's
think
what most
so.
of those dogs that look like that are.
I don't
Yeah,
think
they're
he
like
was
a
pit bull
they're
mix.
like a
He's a
pit
lab
bull-
mix, something.
They're like a pit
Pointer or
lab
something.
mix.
I don't know what he is. I don't think he's pit bull mix. But anyway, he's black and white. He's a sweet, sweet dog. So he gets out, and the next thing I know, Amy and her daughter are out looking for. We were all there was so much chaos going on. We really didn't even realize they were gone until Amy came back and said, had to go out and find Tyson. He's back. And Tyson's walking around and seems fine.
He seemed fine.
He seemed fine, but he was being very loving and wanted to be petted. And then he'd kind of go away and come back.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't notice, none of us, 6 adults, 15 kids, nobody noticed anything was wrong with Tyson.
Except that he didn't have his collar on.
He didn't have his collar on. And Amy said he was kind of acting kind of embarrassed, right?
Yeah,
she said,
I remember that. Yeah.
She said she thought he was acting kind of embarrassed. You know when a dog gets a bad haircut like Larry just got? Oh, my God.
Wow.
Larry got a bad haircut.
Throwing the,
Well, it's true. She even told me, the lady at the spa told me. She goes, Larry got a bad haircut. The girl that was cutting his ears, they were lopsided, and she kept trying to even them out until finally there's no ears left.
Nothing grows back slower
than a bad haircut.
Yep.
So anyway, Tyson was acting a little shy, and we thought, well, does he feel naked without his collar? What is it? So the next day, I get a text from Amy saying, Tyson has to have emergency surgery. And she sent me a picture. We couldn't see for his fur, but something attacked him and left these 2 punctures in his side. I mean, huge punctures, like fang punctures. Wouldn't you say?
It looked like, I mean, usually when dogs get in a fight, they like grab and they kind of like shake, you know? So there's not like these 2 perfect holes.
They were perfect punctures.
They look like a vampire bit him. But
further apart, spaced a little further apart.
Right. But the vet said he thought it was either a bobcat or like another dog. But
it had to be something with fangs.
Yeah.
But the dog was bleeding inside. The blood wasn't coming out. It was going inside. And so the next day, the only reason Amy even noticed, you could not see it. I'm telling you, because his fur was covering the puncture wounds. Once they shaved him for the surgery, you could see it.
Yeah.
But that he was bleeding inside. And the only reason she noticed was because he kind of got down between her legs. And when she reached down to touch him, he winced and yelped in pain.
Mm-hmm.
And so he had to
Poor
have the
dog.
surgery. They said he's going to be fine. He's on heavy medication. But oh my God. And she feels like the worst dog mother ever. But I was like, Amy, none of us noticed.
He walked right by me several times and I didn't notice anything.
A thing.
Not a drop of blood, not him moving funny, nothing. Except
Until the
that
next day.
I thought somebody just took his collar off. When Amy made that joke, he's nude because he doesn't have his collar on. I thought someone took the collar off. But he must have lost it when he got in the fight.
Must have. It was something that punctured him. Crazy. So we're just really that was the low point of the weekend.
That was sad.
That poor dog, but thankfully he's going to be all right.
We do have bobcats and coyotes in this area, though. Big ones, too.
Well, we found out when I was complaining that all the dog owners aren't cleaning up after their dogs in the park, that those were coyotes who apparently are eating seeds and things.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
It was weird, wasn't it? But you, talking to Amy's husband Russ at the party, have decided maybe it's time for us to cut the cable.
Big Russ Lowe.
And I know a lot of people are thinking about it. So why don't you explain the reasoning behind it and why you think we can finally do it?
I've just been lazy so long. I've just always had either cable or it used to be something else, Fios or something like that. But we've had cable now for a couple of years, and it's expensive, And when I say cable, it's satellite cable.
Yeah,
and
we bundle it all
satellite, yeah. And when the weather's bad, it starts to fart out on you and the programming goes out, and it's just I think it's a big pain in the butt. So I was talking to Russ about this, and he said, dude, I cut the cable. I don't have cable anymore. My cable bill used to be $256. He said, I'm down to $80 a month now. I was like, dude, so how'd you do that? He said, well, all my TVs, they're just streaming TVs. They just hook right up to the wireless, and I use Hulu. I said, well, I've heard of Hulu. Like, can you get like ESPN and local programming?
Yeah, that's what I don't understand, because when Hulu first came out, I signed up for it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like repeats of NBC shows. And you had to watch all these commercials.
Oh, yeah.
So what is it now?
Well, he was showing me, and he was thumbing through the channels, and he had all the local channels. He had ESPN. He had news channels. He had kids channels. I mean, he had everything that I could think of that we would watch.
The only thing you care about is live sports. You don't want to watch that on repeat, right? Or reruns.
I just want to see the Cowboys.
Yeah, and news.
Yeah, and the news. But
and I like, am I going to have to give up, when I do watch TV, am I going to have to give up Bravo, HGTV, TLC, things like that?
I don't know. We didn't talk about.
We need to look into.
We didn't talk about the stuff you like. So
of course,
I don't think the kids would care either way because all they watch is YouTube and Netflix. So they're streaming anyway.
Well, I heard that there's YouTube TV as well. We might want to look into that and see if it's a bigger savings than going the Hulu route.
Yeah.
Because that's a new thing, too, the YouTube television that also does the live programming.
I haven't done a lot of deep research into this. I just know by what Russ was telling me. He said he cut his cable bill big time, and he still gets to see everything he saw before. So
that's what we care about.
I could research it and check it out, but I haven't been super happy with the satellite lately.
Yeah.
It's kind of a pain in the butt sometimes.
There has to be a point where you can cherry pick what channels you want. Like, why am I paying for 300 channels when I watch 7?
Right.
Why can't we just pay for the ones we watch? They're going to have to figure that out.
Yeah.
I would think. I would hope that it's heading that way. But maybe we're going to cut the cable and we'll tell you what that's like. If you have cut the cable and you have had a positive experience or negative, we need to hear the cons too, right?
Yeah, send me an email, podcast@kellyandallen.com, and tell me what you did if you had a cable before. Like, how did you switch your programming up? And I have, just so you know, we have, oh gosh, we got 5 TVs in this house, and they're all streaming TVs. Like, they'll all hook up to the wireless. And we have fast wireless here, so I don't think it'll be a problem to stream anything, So yeah, I'd like to maybe that's a 2020 thing. Cut the cable and get into the.
That could be a bucket list item.
Get into the the technological world.
Kicking and screaming.
Be a little more advanced, yeah.
Kicking and screaming. So that was our Friday night, and here we are partying animals. We got over there around 6:45. Did we even make it to 10 o'clock?
Well, you didn't. You passed out on my shoulder.
I fell asleep on your shoulder. I was just dog tired. It didn't help that I had one of the new Buzzball Talls.
Yeah, that didn't help.
Which I love. They have now they've made Buzzball Talls, which I think are the equivalent of 2 Buzzballs.
Yeah.
Followed by a short Buzzball. So I was asleep on your shoulder, and you were like, "Come on, let's go." I don't even think we made it at 10 o'clock.
No, I don't think we did either.
But that was our Friday night. And then we had to get up super early Saturday. That's usually my day to sleep in. But we had a big photo shoot on Saturday.
We did. We had to take more pictures.
We did.
For what, babe?
Emma, Kellie, and me, the website and the brand we've launched together, Alan and myself, along with Emma Kellie, we finally got some new clothes in, and we've got to get them photographed and up on the website. And, to save money, we'll be honest, we are a shoestring budget right now. So Alan has learned photography. He ordered a really nice camera. I mean, it was expensive, but in the long run, instead of paying a photographer thousands of dollars every month.
Can you imagine coordinating that every time we needed photos? That
would
not
not
work. Yeah.
It would be thousands and thousands of dollars every month. Alan has not just bought a really nice camera. He's been studying photography because, as you've learned, it's not just about having an expensive camera.
No, you can have a really, really expensive camera and take crappy photographs.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
As we have been on the receiving end of that.
Well, when I was first,
it's the truth.
When I was first learning how the camera worked, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I took a bunch of crappy photographs, but I'm getting a lot better with it.
But you weren't having people pay you for those
Right.
crappy photos.
Exactly.
We've paid for crappy photos before because we assume somebody with a nice camera who has a business set up is going to be a good photographer. So it's really Alan's been studying it and practicing and working,
It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot. I like that your sister told me, we were talking about you behind your back yesterday.
Oh, good.
And she said the thing that she's, about you is when you decide you want to do something, you work at it, you practice, you study it until you become really good. And she was saying this photography thing, for instance, but she said that was true with guitar. It's like she took guitar lessons and she was mediocre at best. And she said, you just decided you wanted to take guitar. You taught yourself guitar and you're like really good at it. Magic. You studied magic. You wanted to learn magic. You got the books and you studied and you put in the time and the hours of practice. So you dedicate yourself to, you have a lot of hobbies.
I guess I do that. Yeah.
And that was bragging on you that you really, when you put your mind to something, you want to get good at it and you put in the time.
Someone told me one time that you shouldn't have so many hobbies. You should just focus on one thing instead of trying to do a bunch of things.
Because you're diluting it or what?
I don't know the
Who
reasoning.
told you that?
I can't even remember.
I know.
But
Never mind.
somebody said, why do you try to do so many things? Why don't you just do one thing? And I said, well, I don't know. I just like learning new things. I just like trying new things and learning them.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I do. That's my nature. If there's something, and especially like things that are not easy, like photography. I mean, I knew boo about photography a month ago. And then like Kelly said, I've been reading and watching hours and hours of videos and trying to absorb everything I can. The same with magic. Like before I started that, I didn't know crap about magic. And that's hard. That is really hard to learn. I don't know. And golf. Like I didn't start playing golf till I was 15, and then I worked at it, and then made the high school golf team, and I was one of the top players on the high school golf team.
Yeah, and you didn't start at 15, so it's never too late.
Yeah, I'm not bragging. I'm just
saying.
saying.
You're noticing that that's true.
I guess that is true. Yeah, now that I guess you brought it up. Yeah.
Well, that's great. So Alan's been learning photography.
So anyway, yeah.
And for myself, because we have to do these photo shoots, we can't just always stage these huge events where we bring in, we did it before. We brought in a makeup artist, and she is so wonderful. And I love Janine. And if you ever need your makeup professionally done, Janine Galante is the best. She's wonderful. But
is there anybody with more positive energy than
she's
Janine?
The best. She's the best. She's just a ray of sunshine.
Oh.
Highly recommend her. But, for me, we just have to shoot so often. I'm going to have to get good at doing my own makeup and doing my own hair.
Well, you did it really good this time.
Thank you.
Really well.
I'm learning because I did it before and it didn't turn out so well. So now I'm practicing. So I got up Saturday morning, by the time you're listening, we're recording this on Sunday night. Got up, went to the coffee maker and started making coffee. I was like, and I had these, because of what I did the night before, I had these patches under my eye to get the puffiness down. Let me tell you what I did, honey. Just, let people know what's going on, that we're up early on a Saturday. And I was telling people about my favorite Keurig coffee. It's not made by Keurig, but, the K cups. Mm-hmm. Every time I go to Home Goods or TJ Maxx, I always look to see if they have any Kona coffee.
Yeah.
Kona is my favorite. It's just delicious. It's always a good cup of coffee.
It's strong.
And when I love it. And when I find it, I usually buy all of it because there's maybe just one or two boxes. So I buy all of it because I don't know when I'm going to see it again. And when I put this on my Instagram story, I tagged, because I just mentioned them, TJ Maxx and Home Goods.
To TJ Maxx.
And guess what?
What?
TJ Maxx liked my comment.
Did they really?
They liked me. TJ Maxx saw me.
You know what you need to start doing?
What?
Start tagging them in EK and me stuff. That's what you need to start doing.
But anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was excited about that. So we got up really early. We got out there. It was very chilly. It was very chilly on Saturday morning.
It's probably in the 40s.
It was really cool, yeah. But we were modeling stuff and it was fun. And because we're going to be carrying, people have been saying, when are you going to carry large, curvy sizes, plus sizes? We found a beautiful, beautiful girl named Heather. And Heather is our model for our curvy collection. And she did awesome. She's never modeled before.
She's great. She's really great.
Just really, she was very nervous and anxious about it, but took to it like a duck takes to water. Took to it real quick.
But the kid settled her down and just made her feel
so
comfortable.
Good. You're good
That's
at working.
part of what a photographer's supposed to do.
She did such a great job that by the end she was offering suggestions.
Yeah,
why don't I try this?
She
why
was
don't I try
feeling
that?
it.
We're like, yes, girl. So Heather, you're gonna love her. You're gonna see pictures on EK and me. In the next few days, and more stuff's coming. We just can't wait for it all to come in.
And I'm really glad we found Heather. We found Heather through a friend of ours, Ashley, who's also helping us on this project. But I'm glad it kind of organically happened that way.
Yeah,
because I didn't know if we were going to have a model, and I would just be out and about, like maybe sitting at a bar, sitting at a restaurant.
Yeah.
And I see someone walk by who I think maybe could be a model for us, and I got to thinking,
you're creepy.
What would she think if I went up to her and said, excuse me, hi, my name is Allen,
I'm a photographer.
I'm a photographer. And would you like to be my model?
That's like every Dateline NBC episode where the girl is found dumped in a ravine.
Yeah. And then can you come back to my house? And I have a studio upstairs, and maybe I can take some test shots.
Oh my God. Creepy.
Will you come over and sit on my couch?
And go over my portfolio.
Yeah.
Creepy.
And here, my camera also takes really good video.
Oh no, Alan, gross. You're getting worse.
Creepy.
Thankfully, we didn't have to do that.
I'm glad I didn't have to do that. Yeah.
We did have some lovely ladies reach out to us and said, we can model. But, Heather was right there and willing to go and be there for us 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning. And we knocked it out of the park with Heather. So I think you'll be really pleased.
She's a professional now, though.
See that.
She's
put
paid.
that on her resume.
She's paid.
Yeah, you did. You gave her a check with a couple of zeros on it.
Yeah, I did. Might have had
Just a couple.
Might have had 1 0 on there. No, I had a couple of zeros on there.
So anyway, that was fun. We'll tell you more about our Saturday real quick after I tell you about this. Some women were asking me the other day. They were just asking me about this new ring I just got. Have you seen my new ring I've been wearing?
I have.
Yeah, it's really this cool ring. It's a diamond pave evil eye ring because Mercury is in retrograde, and I'm trying everything in my power to repel the evil forces of Mercury in retrograde. So I thought. And I love evil eye stuff. Some stuff is kind of real over the top evil eye, but I thought this was really subtle.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
It's tasteful evil eye.
I wear it on my pointer finger. Well, I got this from this company called Mejuri, Mejuri, and it's a fine jewelry company that is really changing the narrative that has existed around fine jewelry for as long as we can remember, well before we were born. Because you know what, women, we finally have to learn that we don't have to wait for a special occasion. We don't have to wait for somebody to buy us a gift. We can buy our own high quality jewelry for ourselves and reward ourselves. I saw this ring. I loved it. I bought it for myself. It wasn't my birthday. It wasn't, me buying it and wrapping it and putting it under the tree and say, oh, Alan, look what you got me. No, I got this for myself. And I'm proud when I look down at my hand and wear it. So that's what I got from Mejuri. And also, on my daughter's Christmas list, I don't think she's in the next room, and she never listens to the podcast, so she's not going to hear this. She asked for an anklet for Christmas.
Really?
And Mejuri, I got her this beautiful Spheres anklet. It's 14 karat gold, and it's a really quality piece because I don't want her, for my daughter for special things, I want her to have a nice piece of jewelry, not something that's going to turn her ankle green, right? So the thing about Mejuri, their diamonds are high quality. They are ethically sourced from conflict-free suppliers who follow socially responsible practices. So when you're buying their jewelry, you feel good about it. And their 14-karat gold is solid gold, so they're meant to last forever. It scratches less, doesn't bend or wear out easily, and it doesn't oxidize. So you can wear it every day, even in the shower. So I never have to take it off or think about that. So if you want to go check it out, go to Mejuri.com and check out all the pieces. So you can treat yourself, ladies. Don't wait. I know the holidays are right around the corner. Yeah, you can show some people on the list what you want them to buy for you. But go to Mejuri.com and see for yourself. You can check them out on Instagram too and sign up to see their latest weekly drop. This week they're featuring for them plus for me 2 new designs to their engagement collection.
But I say you treat yourself right now. Go to Mejuri.com/Lovin, Lovin, for free shipping on orders over $100. It's spelled Mejuri.com/Lovin. That's Lovin. Again, Mejuri.com/Lovin.
And because it's an online jewelry company, you're not paying the traditional markups too. So you're going to find really great deals and some beautiful jewelry. I'm very, very happy. Thank you, Mejuri. All right, so back to our Saturday. So after we wrapped up our photo shoot with your wife modeling, I'm debating on whether or not I let you post some of the outtake photos.
They weren't as bad as you thought.
The Irish jig.
The Irish jig wasn't as bad as you thought.
Really?
I looked at them.
They were so bad.
Now, I did catch some pictures of you when you weren't looking.
Uh-oh. I am not one of... I make the most awful faces.
Oh, no. These were of you hunched over in the van.
Why did you do that?
Just for fun.
I changed clothes in the van. Did
Right.
you get some of
No,
me
I didn't
semi-nude?
get No. I just got pictures of you like with your ass,
Leaning in.
with like your ass hanging out of the van.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I embarrass you?
No.
Because we don't have like a changing room. So
It looked kind of funny. It looked like you were jumping in the van.
Oh, I was.
Yeah.
We have a minivan, and I just kind of hang
Constantine.
clothes. Constantine 2.0.
Yes.
And I hang clothes in the windows, and girl, I just get down and get those clothes off and
Tell
get
you,
them back on.
This is a shoestring operation, but someday when we grow this operation, we're going to have a company RV. That's how I'm going to get an RV into this thing.
God.
Because we'll have an RV big enough. It'll be a company branded RV.
Okay.
It'll have a big EK and Me logo on the side of it. That can be your dressing room.
Okay, honey.
And we can drive that. We can drive that RV from shoot spot to shoot spot. You can change all day.
Every day.
Every day.
All day, every day.
You can take a shower in that thing. No?
That's my dream.
Oh, okay.
To take a shower next to the toilet.
I'm just making Aunt Velma nervous when I talk like this.
I know you are. But after we were done, Alan and I, we hadn't had any breakfast or anything. So we're like, let's just go to Starbucks. Let's get a delicious coffee. They have their new Christmas blends now out. And I got that delicious spinach and feta wrap that they sell, and you know those little egg bites they have that are their food at Starbucks has just gotten so good. So we're sitting there,
not an ad.
So we're sitting there and we're kind of chilling, because Alan likes the vibe of Starbucks. You like chilling, you like that vibe. So I'm sitting there with my husband, and
like
I'm
the
vibing.
older I get, the more I like that.
Yeah,
too.
you just like parking it.
Oh,
people park there all day. They drink in a $2 cup. Well, not $2.
Not the one.
What's the
we
cheapest
drink.
cup of coffee you can get from Starbucks? What's the cheapest?
Get you a tall drip for probably $1.
Okay.
Not
so
much more than $1.
Some people will take that $2 cup of coffee and they will sit there for 5 hours nursing one cup of coffee. They ain't going nowhere. I don't know how Starbucks is making money, but they are. So anyway, we're sitting there and Alan just casually says something to me about, man, I wonder when Cole's next baseball game is.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, let me check the schedule, honey. I pulled up the schedule because they're going into playoff seasons. This wasn't on the regular schedule, which I had written in my day planner. He's in the playoffs. And I was like, honey, he's playing right now.
Uh-oh.
Like literally the game is starting right now. So we jumped in the car, raced across town, and we caught it in time. It was the playoff game before the championship game. We only missed the first inning.
Yeah. And it was a lot of fun to watch. Boy, he's on a team called the Sharks, and he plays. It's not club. It's recreational,
Mm-hmm.
but they're good. You know,
very
the kids are good players. They're all good players. And Cole's 11, so you know he's in that age group. And yeah, they won the game. I forgot what the score was, but it was a lot to a lot.
But he plays third base.
He plays a lot of third. He plays
he has
pitcher.
a good throwing arm, so he can throw to first, and he pitches.
Yeah. Cole's he's got a good arm on him. He's a good hitter too.
Right.
But yeah, he played a great game. I was so proud of him, and they won that game, and then advanced to the championship game,
Which was on Sunday.
which was today, the day we're recording now, and they won that game.
Okay, so while we're sitting there when I was looking at the schedule, we realized our other son, Dylan, also had a championship baseball game on Saturday. It's like, how did we miss the memo on this? But we did, because like I said, this was outside the normal season. We just have to, I'm a ding dong, and I should know to check the schedule every day, apparently, because it's always changing.
Me too, but
I just didn't know. So we found out that Dylan's championship game was yesterday afternoon. So Alan and I just had like an hour to kill, and then we went to Dylan's game.
yeah, and then Dylan, he plays on a little team called the Cubs, and he's in a lower age group, but it's recreational also. Dylan is both boys are good at baseball, but Dylan is like a natural in really anything he does.
This is his first time ever playing baseball.
Yeah, first time ever playing baseball.
And he's like the star player.
Yeah, he like hit a home run. He caught a pop fly. I mean, he's 7, and he's fielding balls and running them over to first base and tagging the guy out.
It's crazy
He's
good.
throwing it to second, throwing the guy out. I mean, he's a really good player. And not only that, he's super cute while you're watching him too.
know.
His pants are kind of baggy, and his shirt's kind of small, and his hat's always on kind of skewed over to the side.
Pretty cute. And Alan's, of course, taking beautiful pictures. You can go see him on our Instagram if you want to see some of them. He does a great job.
Yeah,
but he was so proud. And then at the end of the game, they won.
He won his game, so they won the championship.
They got so many points, they finally called the game. I think they got to 25 runs.
They got to 25 runs.
And they said, mercy, that's the mercy
Yeah.
rule or something.
Yeah.
They all got championship rings.
Yeah, that was cute.
These are 7-year-old boys. When did they stop doing the trophies? They all got championship rings. Unbelievable.
But what Kelly and I noticed, and I mean, it's fine. I'm not saying this isn't fine, but we noticed that the other team got rings too.
Yeah, everybody got rings.
And I mean, that's fine. If I was,
it's the way things are.
It's the way things are now. If I was a parent on the other team, I guess I'd think it's pretty cool that my kid got a ring. But I just remember, just back in the day, like.
When you lose, you lose.
You lose. The first place team, they get the trophy, and then the other guys, they just kind of go home. They just go home.
Or they get a second place trophy.
Yeah, a smaller trophy.
Much smaller,
you get a smaller
that
trophy.
says second place.
Right. I remember in golf, like the first place guy, he'd get this big, awesome trophy, and the second place guy, he'd get this little medal,
something.
Like a little tiny medal.
But things are different.
Yeah.
So that was really a lot of fun. They're so cute.
It was awesome to watch.
And then because we didn't have the kids when we went to their games and stuff, we had a little date night.
We did. Kelly and I are creatures of habit. We have a handful, I'd say, not a handful, maybe.
A handful.
Yeah, maybe 5 to 10 restaurants that we like, and that's where we go.
And we order the same thing.
But we decided to try something new because of a recommendation from a neighbor of ours.
And I was craving a martini.
Yeah.
I really wanted, I was debating, let's stay home. Alan could have made me a martini. That would have been great. But I was like, we need to get out. We haven't had a date in a while. I want a martini, damn it. I was going to say dang it. And then I decided to cuss at the last minute and it came out dang it. Mm-hmm. Dang it. I wanted a martini. And so let's go try this new place. Because you were craving Chinese food.
I wanted Chinese food.
And I said, well, I'm craving a martini. So where's the happy medium here? Our neighbor's recommendation.
Yeah.
We're not going to say the name of it.
Okay, we're not going to name the place.
Because we're not going to give it a glowing review.
So we're sitting there. We finally got seated, and then we're sitting there, and we're just kind of sitting there.
Well,
and sitting there.
Well, wait.
And sitting there.
You're jumping ahead. They offered us a seat right by the front door, and the door would open, and the wind was coming in. It was kind of cold.
I have a pet peeve when when I'm being seated at a restaurant. There's two places, and I'm sure a lot of you are like this. I don't want to be by the front door, and I don't want to be by the kitchen.
Okay.
I don't think that's unreasonable.
Right. So we passed on we said, we'll wait for the next table to come open.
This table was like in the front door.
Right.
Like the door opens and you can see outside.
And the wind was blowing.
Out.
It was chilly.
I'm out. I'll wait.
So then we get taken, and this restaurant, we didn't realize how big the restaurant was. It just went on and on and on. And we got taken all the way to the back of the restaurant where there were two large parties being entertained. One celebrating the birthday. Was she 93? 93. She looked freaking awesome.
She really
I
did.
would not have guessed a day over 80. I would never have guessed that. I mean, 80 would have been pushing it. She looked awesome, and she was there with her sons who were like in their 70s. Yeah. It was crazy, but she looked great. So it was a huge party there. They sat us right by the kitchen, or so we thought, because they insisted to us it was not the kitchen. We're like, well, I'm
like, I hear crap banging back there.
Was
I don't know
crap
what
banging.
it is, but
that's where
I don't want to sit here.
That's where they kept all the supplies for like resetting the tables, for filling the water pitchers, the table linens. There was all there. The lady looked at us. She was laughing. She goes, "This is not the kitchen." And it's like, well, we still don't want to sit here by whatever this is, because it's where everybody was running in and out, and it was just not going to be a pleasurable experience. So we had them reset another table. So we already had a big strike against us.
So we're being that couple.
So we moved to another table, and then we proceeded to sit. And that's where we sat.
And then I texted my friend who referred us, and I go, dude, we're at that restaurant that you recommended. I said, I think Haley's Comet's going to come back before somebody comes to take our drink order. And he was like, oh, dude, sorry.
Don't you hate it when you recommend something to someone and you're so excited, and then they have a not great experience? Yeah, well, that's why I hesitate to recommend sometimes, because I don't know. If it's not as good as I described it, then I feel stupid.
Yeah. But I will say, once they did take our drink order,
the drink was great.
The drink was awesome. And then once they did take the food order,
it was good.
The food was great.
It was good.
Yeah. Now,
it wasn't great. It was good.
Right.
It was good.
Now, I think we're going to need a small business loan to pay off the bill.
Right. It was a lot. It was a lot.
But
I will tell you this. I've never had calamari with curry
That was great.
That was delicious. I would
Calamari
have
with
not
curry
thought
is
to
a
put
thing.
those two together.
I didn't know it was a thing, but man, it was good.
That was good. I had crispy beef. It was good. It was good.
Your crispy beef, it tasted like it had been dipped in syrup.
It was a lot
Like
of
pancake
It was
syrup.
a lot of sauce. It was a
Real
little-
thick and
It was
sweet.
and salty, but it was good. I liked it. Okay, and you had clay pot seafood something or other,
It was basically a big bowl with a bunch of seafood in it.
and tofu.
Yeah.
You did let me.
Well,
I
and that
asked.
was the thing. Heavy. They were
asked.
heavy on the tofu.
Well, I asked that because it more volume.
Right.
I asked permission, honey. May I please have a bite of your tofu? Because I love tofu.
And you know what I said?
You said yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then I didn't ask for another bite. I just
Yeah.
wanted to taste
No,
it.
I thought that was perfectly appropriate to ask me if it was okay if you would eat some of my dinner. I think that that's perfectly appropriate. What would not have been appropriate would for her to have sat that clay pot down in front of my mug, and then for me to see this big fork doing this big arch over the table into my food and then back over to your plate.
Well, had it not been tofu, you might not have said I could have any anyway. Let's just keep that in mind.
Yeah, tofu is just,
Yeah, because if I would have asked you for a bite, you would have something that you love. You would have said,
Don't be taking my
no, yeah,
Don't be
eat
taking
your own.
Don't be taking my shrimp.
Eat your own. If you wanted this, you should have ordered it.
Don't be taking
That's
my
what you would have said.
Don't be taking my calamari.
But because it was tofu, I got to have a bite.
Yeah,
so
tofu.
let's be clear on that.
Tofu's tofu.
But it was very expensive. We won't be going back. But thanks for the recommendation, Dan.
Yes, thank you, Dan.
But it was fine. And then Sunday, we got to sleep in just a tad bit. We should get our butts up and go to church. But y'all, we just didn't.
No, we didn't.
We had a lot to do today, and God took. He should have taken priority. He did not, and I'm sorry, God. But we worked a lot on Emma, Kelly, and me stuff today to get it ready for the website. The big championship game for Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Went and saw him, and guess what? Cole won.
I already said that.
You said Dylan won.
No, I said Cole won too.
Oh, you did?
And then you switched to Dylan. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Cole won his game too.
Well, no, he won the game yesterday, but the championship game was today.
Yeah, I said he won that
Oh,
game.
okay. Well, anyway, they had the big championship game today. They also got rings.
Mhm.
And so everybody got rings. It was a very happy sports weekend for the Evans men.
There was some controversy at the end of
oh, Lord.
the baseball game.
Well, I was just going to say I was so happy your father got to go because he truly loves baseball.
Yeah.
And to be there to see your son, he was so proud.
Yeah.
So now make me look bad.
No, I'm not gonna make you look bad. No, my mom and dad were there, my sister and my brother-in-law, and my two nieces. They all came. So I think Cole really liked that.
He was very proud.
But yeah, this wasn't Kelly's fault at all. But
That's not what you were saying earlier.
well, I
You
guess
said it was completely my fault.
I didn't say it was your fault. I said you were the impetus.
Which makes it my fault.
It was like you kind of pushed the stone over the edge of the cliff, and then everything else that happened after that, it happened.
I thought I had a genius, creative idea for a photo opportunity.
So all the parents are invited onto the field to take photos of the boys in a team photo with the coaches and their rings and so on and so forth. So all the parents are out there doing that, and we get a couple of team photos, and then all the boys go over to around home plate, and they're the parents are taking photos of the boys holding their rings over home plate, and we thought, okay, that we're kind of done taking pictures. Well, one Kelly Raspberry Evans comes running out onto the field to the coach and says, "Hey, coach, I think the boys should all get a picture out in the outfield under the scoreboard."
Have the scoreboard in the background.
Which on its face is a good idea.
Y'all did that at Dylan's game the day before, and I thought it was a wonderful picture.
Here's the difference. There weren't already two more teams out on the field.
I wasn't looking at that.
Warming up.
I didn't see that.
So all the boys, the coach hears Kelly say this, and he agrees. It's a good suggestion. And he says, "Hey, one of the moms wants you guys to get some pictures out there by the scoreboard." The boys are like, "Yeah." So they all go charging across the field.
They were excited too.
All 12, 15 of them, whatever, and all the parents follow. Well, there were two teams that were out on the field for the next game taking batting practice. And one of the coaches started griping at us, like the parents and the kids and the coaches.
Why didn't they just move and take their batting practice somewhere else?
In fact, I overheard one of the coaches. He said, "What team is that?" And the other coach told him, the coach on his team said, "It's the Sharks." And the coach said, "Well, I'm going to report them." And I was like, wow, you guys are serious. What's going on? And then we went over there to take pictures. And then I overheard one of the parents saying, yeah, that guy over there, he told the kids to just keep throwing the balls even though we were running across the field. Like, don't stop.
So y'all could have gotten pummeled.
So we could have got pummeled, right. So there was that.
My fault. Alan was not happy with me.
Drama.
I just thought I was making a lovely suggestion that anyway, I'm sorry.
So that's what happened.
I won't make any more suggestions.
That's what happened.
I don't know baseball. I don't know rules. I just don't know.
Yeah, I didn't really think anything of it. I thought that the other teams were on the side of the field, but they were apparently throwing and hitting like over the field.
Whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do know that there are a lot of silly things people say at baseball games that make no sense, but people do it. I think people just feel the need to be verbal at baseball games. A lot of parents, they're shouting at the kids like, swing the bat. Okay, what are they supposed, and
swing the bat?
Catch the ball.
Yeah.
Because when they miss it, they mean to hit the ball and they mean to catch it. I just don't know how helpful that is.
Yeah, you can tell.
And telling them to be baseball ready.
Baseball ready.
What does that even mean?
It just means be ready.
Why don't you hey guys, be ready. No, baseball ready.
Well, it sounds more official if you say baseball ready.
It sounds ridiculous.
Well, it's more official. I don't know, babe. I didn't make up the rules here.
Baseball ready.
I don't know. Take this up with a baseball mom. I don't know.
There were some very vocal baseball moms we were sitting next to.
Man, I'm glad they were on our side.
Oh, man. They were jawing at the umpire.
Yeah.
Oof.
You got to be careful with that in Little League, too, because that Little League umpires, they'll throw your butt out of the park if you start getting too mad at them.
And there was a game going on right behind us, and you'd hear the heads up, a lot. We had that maybe 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And all I know to do is just crouch and cover my head.
Put your hands over your head.
Because if you look up, that might be the moment, here comes the ball. So you just crouch and hold your head and pray that it's not you.
Right.
That happened a lot today.
Yeah, we almost got hit a couple of times.
The umpire got hit because some kid didn't hold his bat hard enough.
That was scary, yeah.
The boy swung the bat and it came flying out of hands and hit the ump.
The butt of the bat hits the ump right in the face mask. I mean, and it
scared him.
I think and
he's like, "You're out."
Yeah, he threw the guy out for letting go of his bat.
Well, didn't throw him out of the whole game.
He was out. He was out.
Yeah. And the kid apologized.
Yeah, I think the kid was kind of
And
upset.
then later on, I saw the kid that did it came over and said something to the umpire, and he kind of laughed and joked with him. So he didn't hold a grudge.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, it was a lot of interesting stuff today. Wow. Baseball ready.
A lot of drama.
Baseball ready.
A lot of drama.
Whatever that means. So, honey, I was cleaning out. I'm in a little bit of a mini cleaning mode. And I was going through some drawers, and I found this Tupperware bowl filled with tiny little slips of paper. Do you recognize it?
Well, we used to do a bit where we'd put topics in there and pull them out.
This is that bit. These are, when we started the podcast a couple years ago, we would put topics down on these little strips of paper. You'd write down some and I'd write down some. We'd draw it out of the bowl and we had to talk about that topic.
Okay.
So I thought, I was cleaning out. I'm like, these are topics from maybe 2 years ago.
Okay.
So they may or may not even be, I haven't even looked at a single one of them.
Oh.
So they may or may not be relevant to life in general. But why don't you pull one out and let's just see what it says.
Well, how many are we going to do? We have time to do just a couple, right?
Okay.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Pulling a topic out, and it is, wow, this is real specific. It's in your writing, too, which isn't surprising. TV shows. I'm going to have a lot to talk about on this one.
Well, why?
Well, because I don't watch TV.
You do. The only thing you do is you keep Fox on, Fox News, and it stays on all the time.
Not true.
But it's just background noise at this point.
Yeah. Okay, TV shows. What are we?
Well, I mean, gosh, that's hard. So what are we watching now? The only thing I just made you sit down with me today and watch 2 episodes of Real Housewives of Dallas.
I guess that isn't true. I do watch some TV when Kelly makes me.
I made Alan watch 2 episodes of Real Housewives of Dallas because the last 2 episodes, the episode before last had Brandy and Stephanie, who do a podcast, a sister podcast of ours called Weekly Dose of BS. And B stands for Brandy, S stands for Stephanie. Weekly Dose of Brandy and Stephanie. And they record it at our Kid Nation studios, and Brandy sits where I sit, and Stephanie sits where Big Al sits. And Trey, who is one of our producers on the show, he helps produce their podcast. So we knew they were going to be on the episode, so we watched that one.
Why don't we have a producer? We've been doing this
shoestring budget, honey.
We've been doing this 2-bit thing for 2 years now. We can't get a producer.
You know why? Because we're just that good.
We don't need a producer.
We don't really edit anything, and we don't really, we got it.
And let's face it, you got a big red button. I mean, I'm 108. Let's see, this is our 185th, 180. I'm 184 for 186 on pushing that big red button too.
Close to it, yeah.
Close to 100%.
So, we don't really need that help, and we don't really edit anything, so we just run. But anyway, so then the last episode was Leanne Locken's wedding episode, and we were at the wedding, and some people had been sending...
dropping a dime?
Well, I'm just saying while we watched.
Oh.
Why are you always calling me for stuff? I'm just talking.
I don't know.
But some people sent me some freeze frames of my frozen face, because I make the weirdest facial expressions, from the wedding. And I was like, we need to go back and watch it and see how much we're in it. We're not in it very much.
We're not in it very much.
You can see our faces a couple times.
You saw your face more than I had. Somebody's big melon in my way, so only thing that you could see of me was my shiny forehead and my spiked up hair.
But you could see my face.
You could see your face.
Man, I was in the throes of Red Mountain weight loss, and I was, when you're losing weight and your face gets so skinny, my face was on point.
You were a bongol.
I had a chiseled jawline and cheekbones for days.
You know what a bongol is?
Yeah, I do. It's like a skull or something.
It's Filipino for skeleton. Bongol.
Yeah, that was me. I was like, I need to drop about 5. But anyway, so that was fun. We did notice some of the editing. Now, I don't mean to be busting anybody for it, but I'm going to bust them for it. As far as, it was really awkward with Leanne's mom. If you watch Real Housewives of Dallas, Leanne and her mom don't really have that much of a relationship. But they made it look like her mom walked in with 5 seconds before the wedding started, and Leanne was at the back of the church ready to come down the aisle.
I think her mom was there before we were and left after we did.
Right. So for the actual wedding ceremony part, the mom did come down the aisle and light the unity candle with Rich's daughter, and they edited that part out. Now, was she there when she was supposed to be? Was she there at 1:45 or whatever time they said she was supposed to be? I don't know.
No, I don't know.
But she did come down the aisle and light the unity candle. So that they edited that part out.
Yeah.
And then as far as there was that 5-hour gap between the ceremony and the reception. So me and Alan, or Alan and I, joined a few other couples, our friends John and Mark. Who else was there? There was a few other couples. We went and started drinking.
I think we went to Highland Park Village.
We went to Highland Park Village, went to Bistro 31.
Oh, okay.
And we got some appetizers and drinks. And then after sitting there for about 2 or 3 hours, we're like, we can't just keep sitting here because we don't want to, order. So we went to another place and ordered another round of drinks.
I forgot
Remember?
about that. Yeah.
We had 5 hours to kill.
Good grief.
And we were like, well, we could have gone all the way home to Plano. But that was like...
If we had gone to Plano, we would have stayed in Plano.
Yeah. And, so we just decided just to hang out and, make the most of it, and then went to the reception. And I did see Leanne's mother was there, and there was very brief interaction between the two of them. But Leanne, she's the bride. And you know how did I even speak to my mother at my wedding reception?
I don't know.
I mean, honestly.
Maybe a little bit.
As the bride, you're torn in 5 million different directions.
Yeah.
And so I didn't really think anything of that, that lack of interaction between Leanne and her mom, because she's literally 500 people are coming up to her wanting pictures and wanting to congratulate her. And she and Rich, except for that dance and cutting the cake, they were separate the whole time, because that's just the way it is.
Right.
So, there is some creative editing there. And I know Leanne and her mom do have a tense relationship. So I'm not saying she's lying about any of that, but the way they edited it made it look worse than it was. Don't you think?
Yeah, it did. That whole TV show, though, just made me sad.
Well, it's a lot. I was talking, people often ask, Kelly, why don't you be a Real Housewife of Dallas?
Screw that.
No way. Because we were just watching that episode where the new girl, Carrie, is on there and she's having dinner with her husband. Now, Alan and I sometimes we have dinners like that where we're kind of testy with each other and we're not in a great mood.
I don't think it's like that.
Well, I'm just saying, if we do have a testy where one of us is in a bad mood and we're kind of fighting.
Yeah, let's not film it and put it all over the broadcast television.
It looks awful.
Oh, it's awful.
And then you know what's going to happen is on social media, they can't help themselves. They're going to go read what people say about them on social media.
Right.
Rich was even on there. You told me about it. Like he was defending the reception and everything on Twitter. You get all worked up and all fired up, and it definitely affects your marriage and your relationships. And I'm watching Brandy with her daughter Brooklyn.
Oh God,
she's having. Let me tell you,
so sad.
It's sad, but that's real life, okay? And a lot of that is real life. I've had issues with my daughter that have left me in tears. We have issues with all of our kids where they're not acting like they're supposed to. They're misbehaving. We're not acting like we're supposed to. We're making bad parenting choices, and they're showing it on national TV. And they're getting skewered on social media. Those little girls, Brooklyn, is getting roasted by people on social media. And so Brandy has to go on there and defend her daughter.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be that way. That's why I just don't. To show your family in its most vulnerable situations, I get that it's good reality TV, but I don't want to do that. And plus, I don't want to manufacture drama.
Yeah.
If I'm at a wedding reception and I know I'm supposed to talk to, Cameron, you need to go talk to Cameron about what she said about your husband last week. Okay, well, let me do it right now in the middle of a happy wedding reception so the cameras can catch it,
Right.
It's just, it's not in my DNA to do that.
We've got enough drama on this podcast.
Oh my gosh, plenty, right?
Yeah.
So anyway.
I don't know. The whole thing just left a bad taste in my mouth.
I know, it makes you feel sad.
Seeing the 10-year-old calling her mom names, and then, we like Rich and Leanne. They're a nice couple, and then to see people like behind their back saying mean things about the reception and the wedding, and it's just, I don't know, it just makes you
sad.
Yeah. And then that new couple you were talking about, they're just sitting there, and they look like they wanted to strangle each other.
Yeah.
I mean, they literally look like they wanted to jump across the table and strangle one another.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
It just wasn't good energy.
And then she's having problems with her daughters too. And it's just like, God. Oh my gosh.
I think I'm going to find we're on the subject TV shows. I'm going to find a different TV show because I didn't like that.
Well, I'm going to keep watching.
Okay.
But I know Real Housewives of New Jersey is back, and I think it's already been on for 2 episodes, and I've got to get back on that because that's a good one too. But that's enough of I don't want to end on that note. But let me tell you what I am going to do, probably before I go to bed tonight, is I've got to pull out my cell phone because I've got to get past level 392 on Best Fiends.
Kill them slugs, babe.
I'm trying. Alan, level 392 has got my number, but I am going to conquer it. I am confident.
I bet you will.
Now, Best Fiends for Halloween, they had all the slugs dressed up in these cute little Halloween costumes. It was very precious. But guess what was coming up?
What?
Thanksgiving, Alan.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So for Thanksgiving, we've got Thanksgiving themes. And now I've got to do the pie challenge.
What's the pie challenge?
I've got to conquer 3 or more pie challenges to get 3 hours of VIP membership.
Huh, okay.
That is my goal.
Okay.
So when I win the level, all these little pies go exploding. It's a lot of fun. It's so cute.
Sounds fun.
I like Best Fiends because, yeah, it's a bit of a challenge, but it's not like where I'm throwing my phone across the room. I know I can conquer this level 392. If it's not going to kill me, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to conquer that slug. I'm going to get it done. And let me tell you, if you're looking for a fun way to pass time and keeping your brain engaged, right, and have some cute little slugs and flying pies and turkeys, you need to check out Best Fiends. I had a woman message me and say, "Oh, Kelly, I'm playing Best Fiends too," and let me know what level she's on. So we're kind of doing it together, right? Best Fiends is a casual game anybody can play. It is made for adults, but kids can play it too. You can spend as much or as little time as you'd like in the game. You just pick back up where you left off. Like I said, 392's got my number for a minute, but the next time I talk to you about it, I guarantee you I'm going to be in the 400s. I'm that confident. It's a 5-star rated game. If you don't believe how fun it is, you go read the reviews for yourself. Best Fiends updates the game monthly, new levels and events, so it never gets old. Like I said, we're at Thanksgiving. Got the fun little pie challenge and the cute little turkey that welcomes me every time I log on. You're going to love playing Best Fiends.
And engage your brain with fun puzzles and collect tons of cute characters. It's a 5-star rated mobile puzzle game with over 100 million downloads globally, and you can download free on the Apple App Store or Google Play. That's Friends without the R. Best Fiends.
Thanks, Alan. Alan's so cute. He never judges me when I pull out my phone. He's so encouraging. What do you always say, babe?
You kill them slugs,
Kill
babe.
them slugs, babe. Kill them slugs, babe.
It's not correct English, but that's what
But
I
you know
say.
how happy it makes me.
That's what I say.
Thank you for letting me do it. Now, let's not land on the... I get to draw one.
Okay.
I get to draw one.
Can we bring it home for Jerome after this?
Oh, man, it's me again. I don't want to do me. I'm trying to pick up with your handwriting.
Just pick one.
Alan, they're all my handwriting.
Well, this isn't valid if you keep throwing them back in there.
They're all my handwriting.
That's a good one. What's wrong with that?
No, these are all food related. Honey, these are all my handwriting.
This isn't good podcast where you're just doing that and people don't know what you're doing.
But they're all my handwriting. Okay, well then we'll go back to ice cream flavors. That's boring. That's the one I pulled out that you saw.
If we're doing a game where you pull out a subject at random and talk about it, why would you pull them out and look at it and say, well, no, we're not going to do this, and then pull another one?
Because they're all mine.
Why would you do that? That
Because
doesn't make any sense.
I know it doesn't make sense, but there's not one with your handwriting on it. Why?
I don't know.
So this was my whole bit, and you didn't do any of them. You need to do some. Okay, ice cream flavors.
This is the most wheels off.
Okay, I picked it. Well, ice cream flavors.
Okay, ice cream flavors. What do you want to talk about?
Your favorite ice cream flavors. See, that's why you need to go in there and make some topics. They'd be better.
This
might be why we retired this bit. Right there. I think I just found out. I should have just thrown the whole tub away.
Give me the strawberry milkshake and give me
Really?
the Reese's peanut butter cup blizzard. That's an ice cream that I like. And then give me the dipped vanilla cone at Dairy Queen.
Really?
Those are probably if I'm going to order an ice cream dessert, it's going to be one of those. No, here's one more. One of these 4, or give me the Dairy Queen vanilla sundae with caramel and peanuts and whipped cream.
I've never seen you order that.
I haven't done that in a while, but I used to be a big player with Big AE. When I was Big AE, I was a big player. Yeah,
we don't go. We used to when we were happy newlyweds. And Alan introduced me to Dairy Queen because I'd never had a Dairy Queen until Alan. We would go after every time we go out to eat, which was every night practically. Alan would do the same thing. He'd put his fingers to his mouth and go, and that's the signal for let's go get ice cream. And so we would go. And so my favorites, if we're going to Dairy Queen, I do that same thing where I get the peanut butter cup blizzards.
Yeah.
I love that. That's my favorite. But then if we go to Brahms, which let's be honest, is a lot cheaper, I get their waffle cone with a peanut butter cup. Because they have the little itty bitty tiny miniature peanut butter cups in them.
Not a Brahms fan. I'm going to throw it out there.
Why?
Give me because I like Dairy Queen. Give me Dairy Queen.
I like Brahms.
And give me the Chick-fil-A strawberry shake with whipped cream and the cherry.
See, I never order strawberry.
All day long. I could eat that, and that's why I used to be 27 pounds heavier.
Well, if I was getting a milkshake, I would go to Brahms, and I would probably get either the peanut butter cup or the cookies and cream.
Mm.
But then it's so chunky, it fills up your straw, and you end up having to eat it with a spoon.
Yeah. And then when I was a kid, probably like every kid likes Neapolitan.
No, I mean,
you didn't like Neapolitan?
But you know when I don't eat
I
ice
loved
cream?
it.
I don't eat ice cream at home. When we have ice cream at the house, we never touch it. Have you noticed that?
Boy, I used to.
The kids love sherbet. Our kids
yeah,
love
the
sherbet.
kids love sherbet. I used to eat a lot of vanilla and then just squeeze Hershey's chocolate syrup on it.
I'm just not a big, I don't like eating ice cream at home. I love licking it, but except for the blizzard. You have to eat that with a spoon. But my favorite thing is to lick an ice cream cone. You want to go for Brahms?
No, I'm going to watch the Cowboys.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah.
I don't need the calories anyway. I want to get back to my Real Housewives of Dallas face.
Yeah. Oh, your chiseled, what did you say? Your
jawline.
Chiseled jawline?
Yeah, we've been kind of lax. We getting back on the program, I think Alan and I have decided.
Yeah, we've just been lazy.
We've just been a little lazy. But you just got to get it in check before 3 to 5 pounds becomes 10 to 15.
You don't want that. That's a long way back if you do that.
That's right, baby. But I've loved doing this podcast with you. I'm going to throw away all these slips of paper because those were stupid.
I don't understand why you just started going through them like that.
Because I didn't think
that wasn't a surprise.
I didn't think that was a good topic.
Sure it is. Anybody can talk about ice cream. Everyone likes ice cream.
That's not true.
Oh, okay.
But I love you anyway.
Well, I love you too, babe, and I'm glad we did this podcast together. We did another. We got through it.
We got through it
together. All right, but I'm sure we'll podcast again real soon, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
Love our listeners desperately. I don't like it when you call me buddy and sir, but if that's what you want to do, that's what you're going to do. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich, buddy.